What's going on, drivers? I want to give tips on how to reach $1,000 a week or get close to $1,000 a week, or even better. All right, now this is full-time drivers. This UberX and Lyft. Okay. Now I know three ways. Okay, I know one way is Lyft only. All right, now Lyft give a power bonus at the end of the week, which will be 20% if you have a 2011 model car or better, 90% acceptance rate, and a certain amount of rides during peak hours. All right, now I know a young lady, she only does Lyft, and when she does a $10 ride, it's a $10 ride. She's not taking a 20% out or nothing. She does a $20 ride, it's a $20 ride, which will get you straight to $1,000 if you do it that way. And she doesn't take the 20% out because she's getting it at the end of the week. They're giving it back to you if you meet the requirements. All right. Now another way. This is the second way. This is the way I do it. I do Uber and Lyft. I cut both apps on. First come, first serve. I'm taking almost everything. All right, I'm taking 90%. I'm taking them. All right, now I have my restrictions too that I don't take, but most of them I'm taking. All right, first come, first serve. I'm doing. If I got a Lyft request, I cut the Uber off. Do the drop off, cut them both back on. First come, first serve. All right. Now, third way, which I used to do, sometime I still do, but I used to be a surge searcher. Okay. Now the surges are dying slowly, if not rapidly, but it's dying, which is sad to say. But I used to be a surge searcher. I used to, go after every surge. I knew what time it was going to surge, when it was going to surge, and any concert, I was there. Any games, there. Any clubs, there. I knew what time. I left the app off until it surged, until I get a surge. Sunday mornings, airport, I wait till it surge. Work peak hours, I wait till it surge. I still do it sometime, but it's sad to say it's dying slowly. Either way, guys, you must know your area. Okay, if you live way out the way, know your closest area where it's pretty much going to be your start off. All right, so if you live way out the city and you know a good area where you can start off at and to get a ride, you got to know your area. All right, some people can just sit in the house, cut on. They live in a hot spot, but you got to know what time to cut on or when to cut on, what time it's gonna surge. Must know your area, okay? That's a good tip for you guys. But anyway, those are my three ways to get to $1,000. Like I said, I used the Uber and Lyft way. First come, first serve. I'm taking 90% of them. 90% of my calls, maybe even 99% of my calls. But I do have my restrictions on calls I do not take. And I give you one example, like a rating of a 4.5 or 4.6 maybe. I don't, I'm not in the mood to deal with the attitude or whatever reason they have a bad rating. I won't do it. And but anyway, those are the three ways. Lyft only, get a power bonus, get your 20% back at the end of the week. Uber and Lyft at the same time, first come, first serve. And if you in a good city, you can search, you know. Just go after the surges. Know where it is, know when it is, and collect big bucks that way.